All right, so it's not only a classic film, but a story with classic themes. Any apprehension on sort of jumping into a new version of Ben-Hur once you sort of got what the material was, you got it right away? I want you guys' take on it.
Look, I was scared. I mean, you don't go into a film like this and think, oh yeah, no problem. Charlton Heston, 11 Oscars. As Jack keeps saying, huge sandals to fill. But I think it's such a great opportunity to sort of re-envision and recreate and make this completely new. Which is, I think, what we accomplished. It's with tremendous actors. I mean, these guys are incredible. You can't really wish for a better cast, and it's so relevant to today. So with everything going on in the world, and we really need a shift in consciousness, and people need to start taking responsibility for themselves and their own actions and what they're doing and what they're contributing toward this world. And I think if anybody walks out of this film even mildly inspired, we've kind of done our jobs.
Yeah.
How about you, Rodrigo?
Well, yeah, I mean, she said it all. It is. Of course, you know, I played Jesus in the film, and of course, this alone is already.
That was my next question, actually, yeah.
Cool, so I'll try to answer that.
How do you wrap because you talk about archetypes in terms of roles, but right. Jesus is a whole nother thing. So.
And also I had my personal relationship. For the first time, I'm actually trying to prepare for a part that it's hard to look at it as a role. You know, it's Jesus. I have my own, expectations, and anyway.
But one of the things I liked is that I didn't feel that you played him otherworldly. I felt that
right.
his power was sort of his faith on what he was saying. So if you could talk about that.
Right.
Yeah.
That was, it took me a long way to get there, but I'm very happy to hear that, because that was the idea. The idea was to make Jesus very relatable in the film, humanize him as much as possible. So what I tried to do was to truly work with that, ground him, and of course go to the essence of this character. Besides, if he had dark hair or whatever it is, the way he looked, the way he talked, it was truly about feeling what was inside, his essence as this loving, unconditional loving heart. And I had to try to find that within myself, within my own limitations, try to understand that and to express that. Start working from there, that place.
Esther is also a very, very rich character, but I mean, I just felt there are huge set pieces in this movie, but there are very, very lovely moments. So if you could take me to, did it feel that way when you were shooting those scenes? Because they feel very intimate in a huge sort of canvas.
Yeah.
So if you could talk about.
I love the emotional arc of this film, and I think we're sort of bang smack in the middle of it. The Jesus and Esther following Jesus, and us kind of being the moral compass of the film. And I pulled Judah through because of Jesus, and I introduced him to Jesus. And I think those moments of tenderness really bring all of the picture, with the racing and the action into perspective, really, and make it relatable, like you said, to a modern audience.
And the interesting thing is that Esther doesn't know it's Jesus. That's the idea in this film. It's just a man doing, an act of kindness.
Yeah.
So I think that's very interesting, because it truly makes you think about the message, which should be for everyone. It's not, this is the teacher, he's able to do all those things. No, we all are able to do all those things. We just have to work on it. So, in that way, I think it's a very fresh take on his teachings, and it's an interesting, point of view that you get to see and think about his teachings through characters' eyes. So in a way, it humanizes very much his teachings and the figure of Jesus.
You got this fantastic job. So nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.